My name is Tina Cordova, and I live in Albuquerque now, but I grew up in Tularosa, and by the way, I'm a cancer survivor. I got thyroid cancer when I was 39 years old, and the first question they asked me was, when were you exposed to radiation? It was pretty interesting and profound, actually. And thyroid disease is rampant in these communities. When I go to these town hall meetings that we hold, I always ask, how many people in the room have thyroid disease? And I would say a good 75 to 80% of the people raise their hand and indicate that they have thyroid disease. The crummy thing about hypothyroidism is that many, many times it turns into thyroid cancer, and they're doing no screening of people who are hypothyroid. And I was very, very lucky because my doctor knew that my type of hypothyroidism almost always turns into cancer, and so she watched me very closely. But there's lots of women I know in these small towns who never get screened and who never have anybody looking out for their health. And the stories that we have are remarkable. I share stories because every time I think I've heard the worst one, I hear another one. There's a ranching family that lived about 20 miles from Trinity site. And back after Trinity, and for a number of years, and I don't know because I've never been able to discover the exact date, they used to allow people to go out there freely. You could picnic out there, you could pick up anything that you wanted and take it away with you. And this woman who's from a ranch family that lived 20 miles away said that sometime after the bomb was detonated, her mother and father went out there, and so did her aunt and her uncle, and her aunt was pregnant. And when the baby was born, she was born without eyes. And we hear stories like that a lot about the people that picnicked out there and brought back the Trinitite. And I have a very good friend in Albuquerque who was from Alamogordo, and she did that. She said, my sisters and I all had a box under our bed, a cigar box with Trinitite in it. And she said, all three of us have cancer, and my parents both died of cancer. 100% of their family has cancer. Now, that's not normal. There's a young man with us here today. He's right across the street, Jacob Alasquaga. He's from Tularosa. He got leukemia when he was very young, and praise God, he's survived. But he's a third generational now. His grandparents died from cancer, and he's a third generation. So that's one of the big concerns we have, is the genetic component to all this.